remember when we were strong. Back in the days before King Tenebrae and his royal guard, and the people of Amosran took up their own arms for fun and profit. Before all that, there was just us, the Viridian Outriders. We kept the roads and trails safe and secure, with homes and forts scattered about and locales civilized and not. Time passed, and we have been replaced. And yet, I hear the rumblings and murmurs of the roads being less safe than they had been. Monsters sniffing around in smaller towns and magic acting oddly. Who knows? Maybe we'll be needed again. Hello, and welcome back to Another Path. My name is Chase, and I remain your GM. Today, the Outriders, with some guidance from the hunted artificer, Dieter Gale, try to uncover the secrets of Callagan Cat's Corral and its owner, Yakov Alltrade. Thank you to our backers, Elliot, Xander, and Tyler, for their support. If you like what you hear, consider donating to us at patreon.com/ghostlightmedia, and maybe even try checking out some of the other shows on the network. And with that, sit back, relax, and enjoy your trip down Another Path. Your mission, I just want to go ahead and put this out there. Your mission is to stop whatever weirdness is happening in the park after dark. It seems like you have kind of tracked that down, that it's been Dieter fucking around with shit past dark.
He's been fucking around with shit. Other watch people have been getting spooked and like keying into it, and they end up breaking NDE, and they get fired.
Correct. And when they get fired, their memories get erased, and that is how this is all cycling out. So what I am understanding your goal is to get Dieter out and see if you can either figure out what it was that he learned.
Yeah.
Or break the NDE.
I mean, I, for one, gang, would like to help Dieter. Like, he seems to have gotten the short end of the stick here. And honestly, like, artificer types are few and far between. I would like to get this one some work back in the biz.
Could we make some sort of document that undoes the NDE and then use that blue ink you got?
I believe there's a way to make the anti-NDE or an Andy, and to be able to reverse through that, pump some magic into it, get it signed. Maybe we can figure something out there. Also, I've never met a legal document that I haven't been able to completely and totally make my bitch. So I might be able to figure this out. I don't know how much time it'll take. I haven't needed to figure it out yet because we weren't trying to break one of these or override it. I honestly took it to document it and would, make sure the Outriders knew about it. But honestly, I thought maybe I could learn something and combine it with that blue ink I found the other day and make something very, very special.
Yeah.
If we are doing this to help your good friend Dieter, that works too.
Yeah, the one who tried to kill us.
I'm just saying I would like to...
Again, if I had tried to kill you, you would be dead.
I'd like to see you try.
Yeah, sure, right, yeah.
Is that a challenge?
Hey, gang.
I have more of these.
I'm trying to help you out, my friend.
Dieter, we know where you live, we know where you work.
Okay, well, I don't work here anymore. Fun fact, that's kind of the whole thing here.
All I'm trying to say is I'm trying to be on your side about this.
Harper, roll an insight check for me. I'll give it to you at advantage because this is somebody who is coming from a very similar headspace to Harper.
Natural 20.
There we go.
Dieter is hanging on by a fucking thread. You don't know how long ago he was fired.
Yeah.
But it's longer ago than somebody should continue to live in a theme park. And...
Hey, Chase, how long is that? Could you give us a range?
Somewhere between 3 and 5 months.
Oh boy.
Dieter.
Dieter.
Guy.
Yeah. He has been effectively rat-manning somewhere in the park for... that long and is absolutely losing his shit. You are potentially the first person he has had a conversation with
in
a season. When I say
he is hanging on by a thread.
Yeah.
A single wrong conversation will send multiple Magicatronics on your asses.
Cool,
and you
cool.
know, with a nat 20, you know that.
I kind of like do one of these gestures to Arabin and Cecil, like, let's simmer down. Like, this man is clearly on thin ice. Let's kid gloves this. Just one of those gestures.
All right, that's fine. We can do that.
Dieter.
Yeah.
I would like to, at minimum, we are colleagues. I'd like to be your friend and help you out of a bind. Professional courtesy and all that.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
going to make our job real dang difficult if your fine work is trying to rip our heads off. So if you can help us out get a lay of the land, help us scope around. We've figured out a lot already, but maybe you can help put the missing pieces together and we can get you out of this scrape. Sound like a plan?
Okay.
You and I do what we do best. Break this down step by step. Figure out the root of the problem. Use our tools. Go from there.
And this is the thing. It's that I know the problem is I don't remember what happened.
Right.
Ideally, the solution would be to ask Yakov Altrade what is going on and what happened. But he would not tell me why I was fired. So I must have found something out either about the park or about him that he did not like me knowing. So what I was left with was my inventions and how to operate them.
Yeah.
So I have been camping out where I am staying for a while now. And I have been trying. I have made my escapades. I have gone ranging. I have tried to find anything about this place.
Mm-hmm.
And I have had no luck.
Did you, like, figure out he was, like, a fairy or something?
I mean, potentially something relating to that.
Because, like, there's obviously a whole lot of Feywild stuff here, and there's, like, that big tree.
Like, I don't... You all haven't met him yet, have you?
Nah.
He says he is, like, second or third generation, like, Fey descendant. If he was not born in the Feywild, I will eat Octavius.
It would be quite a meal. She's large.
You're telling me.
I'll eat my Magicatronic.
Do you know how hard it is to source that amount of material? The faux feathers alone.
Boy, howdy. Tell me about it.
Anyways, so I don't know what it was that he did or didn't do.
Well, he seems like a secretive guy, so if you maybe found something else, like, out about him personally, that might have been enough for someone like him.
Exactly. Yes, we're speaking the same language there.
So, gang, maybe we head back to his office and give that place a more thorough once-over?
Well, we can move with a bit more freely now. It seems like we found the person that was using the other June bugs, and we don't have to be afraid of the other giant robots.
Hopefully.
So now we just need to get some answers. I would imagine going through that office is the next step, unless...
Or maybe the tree?
Yeah, the tree maybe. That seems to have some fake connection. Dito, is there any other standout spot here in the park that Big Boss Man particularly liked or spent time at?
He'll make alms at the chapel to watch every so often. But he's also got the little shrine in his office. I'm sure you saw that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
There was that weird
he
letter.
has a habit of he will write letters to someone, I don't know who, or some ones, and burn them in the morning. Apparently that is some way of making its way over there. But I know that those letters are trapped in some way. It would be very difficult. Like, they're sealed shut, and he will know if they are opened.
Do we care what he
send it-
thinks of us anymore? We could go in there and find the scandalous ones.
I'm going to say you probably should care. One, he's employing you, and you're not doing this on your own. You're outriders. I can tell that by the look of you. You don't want to cross him. Dude's got money. Like, I don't think I have to tell you that. Like, we could go scorched earth on this, and I would really appreciate it. I would. But then you make an enemy in the seat. Somebody with a lot of money and a lot of sway.
I guess we play by the rules.
Yeah, but letting him get away with this doesn't sit right by me either.
We may have to reserve judgment, Harper. We don't know what we're letting him get away with.
I guess that's fair.
If it's, cutting corners here or there, or maybe safety measures aren't up to snuff, or maybe he doesn't treat people as well as he possibly should. Like, yeah, that's shit, but...
No, I hear you.
At what cost? If we can get our new friend Dieter, their memory back, or at least some closure, that would work. And then because we've done our job here. Like, we're good.
That's true.
We found the problem. It was Dieter. Now we can help Dieter. Because if we leave now and we report back, it's, well, the artificer got fired, lost memory, and then is trying to figure it out the only way they know how. So let's go back to the office and see what else we can find, and go from there. Hey, Watchdog?
I think that sounds like a good plan, Cecil.
Watchdog,
Yeah.
come in, Watchdog.
Watchdog, are you there?
Watchdog reporting in?
Hey, you haven't seen or heard anything up there, right?
No.
Like, from within the building? Not the June bugs, but the building, right?
Oh, no. I mean, I'll be honest, I've been kind of locked in.
All right, well...
Found Felicia. She's on the main drag right now.
Great.
Got it.
Dieter, that's not going to be a problem, right?
I can move them individually. If you're heading back to the admin, I can keep them over in the Outer World Fair or the Wet and Wild World.
Yeah,
Just
that works.
move them over to the Wet and Wild World. That would be great. We're going to quickly swing by the chapel on our way back just to take a look-see.
Sure.
Just to make sure there's nothing we're missing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We'll be coming back to your location shortly, Watchdog.
Thank you, Eagle.
Oh, Watchdog, this is telepathic. You haven't heard any of this. Hey, we figured it out. We're done, but also we're not done.
Okay.
Yeah, hey, long story
you're
short.
doing
Hey,
great.
Watchdog, it's Screwdriver.
Yeah, no, I got you. I got you.
Long story short, we found the head artificer. Yeah, he got a bad deal, and we're going to see what we can do about it.
The three of you fill Katie in as you walk back over to the chapel to watch. It is, as promised, a quiet walk. Dieter, true to his word, has moved the magicatronics out of the way, and you do not encounter any difficulty. As you near the temple, another voice does chime in. It is the voice of Dieter in all of your heads. Hey, it's Dieter.
Holy shit.
Yeah. No, I've been here the whole time. Sorry.
Damn it.
Sorry, had to.
He had a badge the whole damn time.
Yeah, I kind of designed these things.
That checks
so-
out. Damn it.
Hey, can I level with you all?
Yeah.
Total, oversight on the owner's part for not doing getting another artificer in here immediately to rewire all this stuff. I get that I am exceptional and I do exceptional work, and finding a replacement for me is impossible.
Yeah, there's
But,
really not many of us.
But come on.
No, you've made that perfectly clear there, Robot Lord. Great.
Ooh, Robot Lord, I do like that.
Oh,
I'm going to roll to see if that goes to his head.
it does.
It does! Oh, yeah. Robot Lord, I like that.
Fuck.
Should have put that on the office. I'll put that on the office.
Harper pinches the bridge of her nose no.
He's just like
What?
Bailey.
And the door...
Why are all the artificers shitty except for me?
Bailey's not an artificer.
Yeah, he's a wannabe artificer.
He just does magic. He's just a wizard.
Art a
He's a
wizard.
wizard who makes magic items, Chase.
He does some enchanting. I think I count those as different.
Wannabe artificer. He wishes he was as cool as me.
The door opens. The three of you find yourselves in a chapel. It's pretty small, maybe like 20 feet long, 10 feet wide, built into the side of the cliff face. So it is stretching in underground a little bit. There are lines of pews facing the altar that is at the head of the building, and on that altar rests a larger but effectively the same kind of design of the iconography that you found in the owner's office. You've got that horn with a scroll wrapped around it.
Right. Cool. Urban, you go right. Hopper, you go left. I'll go check the altar. Let's see what we can find.
All right. Investigation checks, everybody.
Ignis will hold the door.
How does being in a religious temple sit with me and my friend?
It's interesting because it's not like you're on like traditional consecrated ground. You are in a chapel of one of the virtues, and the virtues run the gamut of celestial and fiend. Walking in here, you actually feel relatively at home, and there's no check required. You remember Watch is one of the more fiendish ones.
Okay, good to know.
I have rolled an 18 on my investigation check.
I also rolled an
Excellent.
18.
Ooh.
Just
okay.
a filthy 20.
Disgusting.
Ugh.
Greasy 20.
You all go through the building, and you're not seeing anything out of place. This is fairly well cleaned and well kept, if maybe just a little bit dusty, especially on those middle pews. You're getting the impression that this is not getting a whole lot of foot traffic at this point. It's pretty dark in here too. You've got a little bit of like ambient light filtering in from the windows out front, but the light only kind of goes so far. The sides are clear. There's nothing at the altar. You do see occasional, like, because you rolled that just sick, nasty 20.
Yeah.
You are seeing some scorch marks on the altar. It looks like this might be a place where Alltrade may be burning those letters for whatever purpose that does serve. But you're not seeing any remnants of outside of like, some bare ashes, but you can tell that no expense was spared on the iconography. The golden horn wrapped in the scroll is one of the finest pieces of art that you have seen in quite some time.
Well, it's super nice, but I don't see anything apart from scorch marks. So, the burnt letters bit is done here, apparently. Can I tell I'll cast dancing lights and kind of be able to examine these scorch marks a little bit better?
Yeah.
Can I tell how recent the most recent one was? Like, was one today? Was one 3 weeks ago?
Within the week, potentially earlier today. It's really hard to tell. It's cold ashes, and it looks like it is. You're only seeing like one or two spots where somebody might have been burning something, so it's entirely possible that like they just haven't cleaned up yet.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
That's what you're saying.
Do y'all think if we write a letter and burn it, that it'll go the same place that his letters go? I don't know if that would do anything for us, but
In theory.
I don't know.
it
I don't know
might.
how this works.
I have no idea.
Unless
Unless I do. Tate, I've read a lot of books. Does this sound familiar to me?
Not
Like,
too familiar,
this-
but go ahead and roll a religion check.
Okay.
Yeah, can I get a hand on that ball as well?
Sure.
Are you rolling or am I taking advantage?
If
I'll roll.
Okay. 3.
Fire is a part of many religions. Who's to say?
Fire's part of my religion, the religion of Ignis.
I monologue about fire, its intricacies, its importance to religion.
Mm-hmm.
And
Meanwhile, Harper has taken out a piece of parchment and an ink pen and writes, "Dear Feywild, hi, looking for what's his name? Yakov Alltrade.
Yakov.
You know where he is? I'm at his office. Let me know. Screwdriver." And I fold it up and I set it on the counter and I burn it. Just
I'm sorry. Did you say screwdriver and friends?
No. No. Although, actually, yes, I do. Screwdriver and friends, and I just light a match or something and I burn it. I just kind of want to see what happens. I'm doing some scientific inquiry.
You have to be very specific and literal with Feywild.
Yeah.
Chase is holding up a D20,
I am holding
which
up a
might be a
D20.
good sign.
I am showing you all the interior of the D20 because I'm going to roll it, and if this goes a certain way, I am going to point the camera down. So this is the one with a little. It's black and clear with a little flex of gold inside.
I'm betting it's one of those cool little light up D20s that like.
I wish. No, actually, I don't wish. That seems like a lot of work. I have rolled a 17.
Okay.
Is that good or bad?
I have no context. Yeah, for whether that's good or bad.
Hey, we're gonna find out.
We have done the fucking around.
When the DM doesn't even know. I'm just like, and it's so just like idle thought too. I'm like, this could be interesting. Whoosh.
What do you use to burn it?
Like a match. I just like light a match.
You burn it, and Arabin, you feel there is like a more significant presence in here as this thing goes up in. Harper, you were not expecting it to be that. Maybe you spilled some grease or oil or something on this paper. Maybe it has just absorbed something that has made it more flammable.
I did get the paper out of Ignis, so like that might be it.
Yeah, and there's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
But you know, Arabin, that this has been noted. Due to the source of your power, you felt a pulse that nobody else could.
I think whatever message you sent, it was received.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Interesting. I wonder who's waiting for us.
You all don't hear that, of course.
Curious. I'd be surprised if you got a direct response, though.
Yeah, it can never be that easy, huh?
Nah. Especially if whoever you're talking to went through all the trouble to build this chapel.
Yeah. I don't think we stopped to think if maybe this virtue might not be on our side.
It's hard to say. They're fickle. So fickle.
Yeah, I'm beginning to learn that about things.
I'm gonna roll an insight check real quick. Okay. The room remains quiet. How long do you give it?
Probably not that long. 10 minutes max. Like if
Sir,
we're not finding jack shit.
13 minutes and 7 seconds. Those are magical numbers.
Okay.
Sure. Harper rolls her eyes and was like,
we will wait for 13 minutes and 7 seconds.
Yeah.
That will give me enough time to read through this NDE 6 times.
While you are all waiting, I would also allow you all to take a short rest, if that is
Oh,
something
thank God.
I'm a benevolent GM.
I actually don't think, I will mechanically take one, but I don't think anything actually changes for me.
Yeah, I didn't hit you.
You didn't hit me, I don't get spells back.
Warlocks get spells back on short
Yes,
rest.
they do.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, I don't get my sorcery points back.
Nope.
I will
Most
take
of my stuff is long rest.
I will take during that time just using the mending cantrip to heal Ignis back up the little bit of damage he had left on him.
Sure.
Mending takes a minute and heals him 2d6.
So let's circle back to that NDE there, Mr. DM.
Mm-hmm.
What check do you want me to make for trying to figure out how to break an NDE? Like understanding the legalese, but also is it magic because it's arcana, but also is it intelligence based? Like what are you thinking?
I'm going to go with a straight arcana check.
All right.
You know, you are trying to untangle a spell It is just written in something much closer to common,
Okay.
but the principles remain.
I'm going to use my very important die.
Okay.
It's very shiny and sparkly. 22.
Ooh.
Okay. With the 22, you think you know how you can reverse it.
Okay.
You don't have what you need here. What you would need to do that is a ritual. And you think you know how to do it. You think, like, if you can get Dieter out of here and to, like, cool his shit for, like, 5 fucking minutes,
Sure.
you think you might be able to actually put together a ritual that does this. The problem is that it will invalidate all of the NDE. And Yakov will know that someone fucked up his shit. With a 22, I mean, I'm not even going to make you roll like an insight. You will be among the top suspects. He might not be able to prove it outright, but...
But that doesn't mean we wouldn't end up on his shit list.
Look, I brought a notary stamp to a gunfight, and I'm winning. Okay, so we figured out that if we talk out loud, the telepathic thing, badges don't pick it up.
Correct.
So as we're sitting here and I figure it out, I say out loud so that only Erebin and Harper can hear me. So I've figured it out.
All right.
We can, there's not a loophole necessarily to breaking the ND per se. It's more of reversing it in on itself, looping the magic back, and then the enchantment as a whole breaks. Right? We're not getting a way out of it. We're kind of resetting it. I mean, that's kind of my thing.
Okay.
That's kind of what I do. It's time magic. Basically, I'm just trying to reset the clock so it didn't exist. So I can do that if we can get Dieter to sit still for 2.5 fucking minutes.
A trial in and of itself, I'm sure.
I can't do it here. I need more supplies. We'd probably have to go back to Outrider HQ, have to explain it, have to set it up, but we could do this and we could break it.
All right.
It would, by the legal magic innate in this enchantment, they're all of the NDEs are connected, so I can't break or reverse one. It's more reversing the whole thing. So then everyone gets their memories back.
Oh.
And there's no way Yakov doesn't know that happens.
For sure.
And he absolutely will know it's us.
Shit.
So let's not tell Dieter that, and let's just kind of hold on to it and see what happens.
Yeah. Obviously, I want to help him. I've made that clear, but I'm also not trying to bring an enemy down on the Outriders' heads, or our heads.
Right, because ultimately, helping Dieter is great, but we don't gain anything from it. Not necessarily. Like, the Outriders gain a friend who has little to no resources. Quite a few skills, but little to no resources.
But that's like, and I, Cecil, I always respect your pragmatism. But, at the end of the day, the Outriders are like, we're supposed to help people in need.
We also gotta factor in how many hours we got till dawn.
I know, we're bumping up against a lot here.
I'm not against helping. Honestly, Dieter's a little short on prospects right now, and I wonder if we might be able to make a recruit out of Dieter.
I kind of had the same thought.
That would be super great for the Outriders here. Our whole goal of coming to the seat, though, was to get more help and resources for the expedition.
Yeah.
Because it needs to be said out loud. If we turn Dieter into Yakov, and then let Yakov know of some of the holes in the system, we've made a very rich and powerful friend for the Outriders that will help the expedition significantly. And it is my job to make sure we think about that.
I hate that you're right. Dag it. Man, why you gotta be right all the time, Cecil? God damn it.
Stunting is a habit.
Harper straight up, leans up, sits down against Ignis and literally, crosses her arms and pouts.
I'm not saying that we can't help Dieter.
I know.
but I don't know how we can get Yakov fully on our side without losing Dieter at Dieter's expense. And maybe we can help Dieter a little bit without fully pissing off Yakov, and that might be how this goes, but...
Can't we just, like, tell Dieter to get the hell out of town and then go to Yakov and say, like, hey, we solved your problem?
Oh, for sure. We could absolutely do that. Are you ready to lie?
I'm not.
That's fair. It'll be me.
Uh-huh.
I can also lie.
I'm about to say, I know why I'm here.
That's true. We can lie. I can.
You've been spending the past hour was an animatronic cat. So like, we know you can do that.
I turn into Cecil. We both can lie.
Oh heavens!
Not bad. You need to pitch it down slightly.
Pitch it down.
There you go.
That's my first try.
Is this what the rest of you feel like? Just like
I'm uncomfortable with the energy we've created in the chapel today.
Just a bit flattered, really, that someone would do an impression of you. No? That's just me? Okay. Anyway, I would really like to know what's going on here, but that's not why we're here.
Yeah.
Let's very carefully and intentionally look through Yakov's office and see if there's anything we missed, and now that we're not worried about someone finding us, we can be pretty thorough about it and see if we find anything. If we find proof or we find something that Dieter can absolutely use or would bring down Yakov, then great. If not, we might have to give Dieter a head start and then go report back to Yakov.
Arben, what do you think?
I think it's a good idea. Just give his office a quick once-over. Don't mess anything up. Don't let him know we were there. But if there's anything important out in the open, it's fair game.
All right.
How many hours till dawn?
It is, at this point, it's been 1 week? No.
1 midnight gone.
1 midnight gone. There it is.
I had to undercut it. I wanted to make the joke.
Yeah, it's been.
Yeah.
You've got like 3 hours to go.
Okay.
So we can do a lot in 3 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
so
you were being
returned
very careful picking your way over to the Terror Town house, and that slowed you up a lot. But you've got time.
Yeah, but now we're not worried about that. So, we go back in. We find Katie. All right, Katie. We're gonna look through the offices. We figured out the problem, but we're gonna see if we can get any more information.
Yeah. No, I heard.
Yeah. So, just stay on the June bugs there.
She actually buzzes in. Hey, Dieter. Hi, Watchdog here. Did you take the bugs? Yeah. I designed them. So I can get them. Can I get them back as a sign of, like, good faith or some shit?
Oh, look at her. She's negotiating.
Yeah. Actually, no, hold on. I'm gonna roll.
Baby's first persuasion roll.
Baby's
Yeah.
first persuasion. Oh, she's gonna be a great rogue.
Gonna roll these lovely pastel die for her.
That's Katie.
I'm gonna hold on to one. I want to hold on to one. I want to keep an eye on things too. That's fine. That's fine, Dieter. No worries. Just where will you tell me where you're setting yours up? Yes, I'm gonna set up. I am going to set it up on the barn on the back facing you guys because I just want to see if you guys leave. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. And so yeah, you head back over into Yakov's office.
I believe I have to re-unlock that door,
Yes,
right?
you do. Fuck,
Yes, you do. I did take an NDE. I think it's the only thing we took.
Yep.
So, do I think I can... Will I need a copy of the NDE to break it?
Yes.
Okay.
Unequivocally. Like,
Okay.
the language is there. You have a rough idea. Actually, I'll put it like this. You could potentially break it without it. It would be inordinately more difficult. I mean, you're talking from a solid afternoon with a few other magic users in the Outriders to literally taking blind shots.
Right, that would not be great. So, okay, we'll have to make that decision. If we're going to take the NDE to break the NDE, Harper, Arabin, we have to break the NDE, and we have to do it quickly after we leave, because Yakov will know.
So you're saying that if we're gonna do it, we need to do it. If not, we need to put the NDE back?
I will have to put it back, yes. But I've gotten a good look at the magic, and I think maybe I could recreate it on my own now. It's quite interesting legalese. Legal Carna? Arca-legal?
La Carna.
La Carna? We'll workshop it. We'll take it back.
All right.
What's up, Papa? Can you open the door?
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I was just thinking. Yeah, I'll take my picks out and get to it.
Cecil goes to their ear. Dita, we're going to get back in Yakov's office now and do some more searching, looking around, just to keep you up to speed.
Okay, thank you.
That's a 19, Chase.
Done. You know this lock pretty well at this point, so you pop that one open again, and you're back in the office. It is, just as you left it.
I don't remember. I don't know if you do, Chase. Did I have Detect Magic up the last time we were in the office?
I don't remember.
I feel like I maybe used Detect Magic because you mentioned maybe something about the door. Like there was something magical about the door that I gleaned. I don't recall. Either way, if not, I'll go ahead and take the 10 minutes and cast Detect Magic.
Yeah, you cast Detect Magic. There is a lot of magic around, but they all seem to be fairly, benign enchantments. Especially, looking at what the magic is radiating off of, you're guessing it is a lot of, reflecting fingerprints kind of thing. Very mundane things that someone who is bougie enough to open up his own theme park would want to cast on all of the fine things in the office.
Is there a desk in the room?
There is. That is where the stack of NDEs were found initially, and where the letter about Vallow was found.
Is there anything in the drawers and stuff? Detect Magic can see through
No,
okay.
Actually, there is, it seems fairly mundane.
The first thing I do is put the NDE back in the stack, just in case. I can always grab it again.
Absolutely.
And I straighten it so it looks like I didn't take it. Flatten the corners. I would like to look for records or journals or the hidden floppy disk that will solve all of our problems.
Sure.
That's a Buffy reference. Investigation or something else?
Yes, investigation.
21.
What you're seeing with a 21 is that this room is manicured. Whatever secret it is that this guy does not want found, this room is very well designed to hide it or to have never have held it in the first place. What you have kind of sussed out just from the, basic situation is that the owner does not live here. At least not as of this moment. Actually, no, you would find this. You find that there are designs for an apartment in the barn, above the barn.
Son of a bitch.
It is incomplete. You know, you can see that there is, he is not living there at this moment. At some point, it seems to be his design that the owner will have premises on site so he can maintain a more careful eye on everything.
Hey, look what I found over here, Harper. This looks like a room, a loft, possibly for the barn. Hey, Dieter?
What the hell?
Yeah.
Hey, did the boss man ever build an apartment in the barn?
That sounds like something he would do. If he did, and if I knew about it, That was taken from me.
That's fair. We haven't really checked out the barn.
No, we strolled through it on our way here. Yeah, I mean, it's worth a shot. We're worth taking a look at since we're here. Harper's a little crestfallen. Like, you can tell that she's just kind of, like, really, like, agonizing over this kind of moral quandary. It's just a little dejected.
Can I look for something maybe out in the open or in the drawers of the desk that... Basically, I want to look for blackmail.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Classic Eric.
It's 18.
With an 18...
You find his porn stash.
So, there are two immediate places you go. Your eyes immediately dart to the two letters that are sitting on the altar in the office here, because those are still untouched. They have the envelopes that you have learned since have been alarmed in some way, and Harper, you would see through your detect magic that they are absolutely enchanted with something. You're not exactly sure what. Probably some kind of an alarm spell. But there is also, you kind of walk along the sides of the room and you can see there are filing cabinets. And with an 18, you do find a filing cabinet that is filled with signed NDEs.
Hey, Cecil.
Yes?
I, found some signed enchantments.
Oh, nice. You found the stash? Nice. Can we get to them? Harper, what do your halfling eyes see?
There's kind of magic stuff everywhere. It's very bougie magic. There's something up with those envelopes that was on the wall, the altar to watch, right?
Correct.
There's some, like, I think it's probably some sort of, like alarm trigger on the altar, on those letters there, which is curious. Anything on the filing cabinet?
You see a ton of magic, but you also know that the filing cabinets are filled to bursting with NDEs. So anything you're picking up off of the filing cabinets is being obfuscated by so much other magic.
Can I roll up on it and make, like, an Arcana roll to try to, like physically examine it, see if there's anything...
Yeah, go for it.
Any sort of, like, physical signs of a spell, like an alarm spell that I can see?
Yeah, sure.
It's a 22.
With a 22, you're not seeing any alarm spells on the cabinet itself.
Okay. Bunch of magic shit in here, I'm guessing.
Could we find his specific NDE and maybe reverse engineer it? If we just take one in a filing cabinet of many, maybe he won't notice.
Who, Dieters?
He may or may not, but if it's Dieter's, I imagine that's the most important one. So,
Maybe.
So Erbin, here, take this down. You've been working on your writing, yes?
Yeah.
Yep, okay, take this down. And we go through the NDEs and write down name after name after name after name.
Mm-hmm.
So that we at least have a list
Mm-hmm.
of all of this. I can't copy all the legalese, arcana-ese, but I have a good memory for it. Do I find Dieter's anywhere?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It's very well ordered.
Wild question. Yakov doesn't have one signed, does
yeah,
he?
that was my next question, was do I see
Hey.
any other names I recognize? One for Yakov, one for anybody else?
He does not.
Yeah.
It's his company. He can tell whoever he wants, whatever he wants.
Yeah, I was just hoping for a twist.
Fair.
Do any of the other names stand out to me? Are they names that we've heard as we've gone through this, or?
Oh, I mean, you're seeing Tipos Mav, his name. I mean, he's not in the fired, but like if you end up looking through some of the other ones, you would find Tipos Mavs. Other than that, no. There are several filing cabinets depending on like different departments and whatnot. There's a lot of just generalized personnel files in here.
Okay. So every single person who has ever worked for or in or at this amusement park has signed this thing.
Very likely.
Except
obviously,
Yakov,
you don't
'cause he
have
owns it.
full roles, but you're seeing, couple hundred of these documents.
Okay.
No, I'm not too versed
That's a
on
lot.
magic, so you don't think that we could possibly take Dieter's NDE, sign a fake one, put it back in there? He doesn't think that we were in his office at all. He may not look at it.
He may not look at it, and that's correct. We could sign another one with Dieter's name and try to recreate Dieter's penmanship. We have a pretty good example here, and we could see what happens. But it's not... I don't think that even just having Dieter's, I could... Actually, no, I'm going to ask the DM. If I have Dieter's, can I break Dieter's?
No.
Or is it... No. Okay, so I still don't think I can.
The enchantment is so strong.
It's all or nothing.
You are essentially breaking
all or nothing.
all of them. Yep.
Okay. So no, Arabin, just I can't break just one. It's not going to work. That's just not how the magic's going to work.
Damn. All right. Well, with the names,
Harper-
maybe that could be useful.
It might be. There's hundreds of them though. And we don't have a lot. We have some time, but not a lot of time.
I'm going to say you have spent an hour working on this.
That's
So
fair.
you've
Harper,
got 2 hours to go.
I
Yeah.
am running out of ideas.
I know.
We
Look,
can look in that barn, but
we
don't even know.
I've had some time to think about it, but I think there might be a little bit more information to be had checking out the barn. Let's take care of that, and then we'll still have a little bit of time to come to a consensus.
Right. You want to talk to Dieter? You want me to do it?
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
Hey, Dieter, this is Screwdriver.
Yeah.
We're plucking away at this, my friends. We're gonna take one last look at things. We're gonna check out the barn with a bit more of a fine-tooth comb. We're getting real close, okay?
Are you lying in this moment? Do you feel like Harper is being untruthful in some way?
I think she's being hopeful.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a persuasion check at advantage. Because Dieter wants to believe you. Advantage, I say.
6.
Oh,
Look, I get it. Like, whoever he is, whatever he is strong. I need you guys to get this sorted out, okay?
I'm working on it, man.
I
Sorry.
Okay.
It's been a long night, all right? We're
I know. It's fine.
one last stop.
Okay, one more stop. I can do one more stop. And you all hear that. I can do one more. What's one more? As you all leave the building to go back to the barn.
and for the record, that NDE stays there.
You left that NDE there?
We left the NDE there, and we relocked the door behind us.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us here on Another Path. You can find our website and merch store at anotherpathpodcast.com, on Twitter at anotherpathpod, and our network at ghostlightmedia.net. You can support our efforts by donating at patreon.com/ghostlightmedia, or by giving us a rating and review over on Apple Podcasts or whatever podcatcher will let you. You can also find me on Twitter at TQLoudly, Griffin at GriffCold, and Ryan at RyanRolled20. You can also find Justin on TikTok at JustJustinMichael, and myself at TQLoudly. We'll be back in 2 weeks with a new episode, and until then, remember that sometimes it's just better to be left on red. This has been a Ghostlight Media production.